Can you share with the other students how much you can expect to make in your first year?
In my first year, I can expect to make close to 85,000.
You ever heard that term, skills pay the bills? Well, that's exactly what Zachy did. He took his last $100 and invested it in the CourseCareers training to learn a specialized skill like tech sales or cybersecurity or digital marketing, because he knew that was going to give him a leg up to land the job over the competition. So pay close attention to Zachy's story because it's truly remarkable.
Hey, Zachy, really glad to share your story with some of the other students. And as always, how about we started off by having you tell us a little bit about your background and why you even wanted to break into tech sales in the first place?
My background really has always been in sales. I've been in entrepreneurship since about 2013, 2014. Started my first company, which was a power washing business. And I'd always been working either in sales or in customer service. So that's where most of my background is. I always like talking to people, networking, building relationships, and things like that. So naturally, sales was a place that I always flourished. I did not necessarily know how to apply all of the training, nor did I have the necessary discipline to apply it all at one time so many years ago through different life experiences and things like that. And just getting older and a lot more discipline, the training definitely came in handy. And being a part of the sales customer service world was something that I really enjoyed.
Gotcha, gotcha. So you have this background working, doing your own business, and also working in sales and customer service. At
Yes,
what
sir.
point did you decide you wanted to transition into tech?
Okay, so customer service, I had worked at call centers, I had worked at retail stores, I had worked at car dealerships, and I had worked at other retail places as well. And that was a version of sales. And throughout my entrepreneurship journey, I read books like Secrets of a Millionaire's Mind and different books that talked about the importance of getting into sales. And when you listen to people like Robert Kawasaki and other successful millionaires, they always talk about mindset and specifically also getting into some type of sales, because as an entrepreneur, sales is very important. And that's what you're doing, whether it's a service, whether it's a system, whether it is a product, a physical product like merch or something like that, you're always in the process of selling. It didn't click to me that tech sales was really the sales they were talking about. So I had been going back and forth with the idea of going back to school. So I already have a background in communications and media. So I'm like, I'm not going to go to school for that. I already have a background in social media marketing and branding. I'm not going to go to school for that. So if I'm going to go to school, then I want to get something that's going to be valuable moving forward. And just looking around in the industry and seeing different things around me, understanding Bitcoin, understanding cryptocurrency, blockchain, and metaverse, and all of these different things dealing with technology. Technology is one of the fastest growing industries, and it's the future. Everything is going to depend on heavily technology. You see where a lot of grocery stores and a lot of retail stores are putting self-checkouts now and removing a lot of the cashiers, a lot of warehouses. They don't have people now physically driving the forklifts or physically driving the pallet jacks. They have robots that do that. I've been to restaurants that have robots that serve you food now. They don't have waitresses anymore. They have robots that come. They have all of these different things that deal with tech. If you study how Tesla has been growing with the electric cars, but now they're in the teen-wheeler semi-trucks where they're releasing electric semi-trucks, and charging stations are all over the place for all of these electric cars. So tech is taking over, and in an industry like that, you have to get in at the beginning if you really want to be successful before it becomes oversaturated. So I'm seeing all these different moving parts and how big a role tech is playing in that. And I said, I need to get into technology. So I was literally on a school website going through the course curriculum and seeing what they offered as far as technology. And I was talking to my sister in particularly about it. And she works for a tech company. She works for Intuit. I think that's how you say Intuit. And she said, have you ever thought about tech sales? I said, I never heard of tech sales. So she forwards me the information to Cyrus, his Instagram page, and I started consuming content on Cyrus' Instagram page. As I started to consume the content on Cyrus' Instagram page about how he broke into tech, he worked in a 6-figure tech job, worked from home, fully remote, all of the benefits. He says that he has classes or he has links to courses or boot camps that you could take in order to become trained in order to apply for these classes. So at the time, I was going through a financial situation. So I'm looking at Careerers and I see Careerers on there. I'm like, cost too much. But then they had CourseCareers on there. I said, let me see what CourseCareers is. So I looked at some of the differences between CourseCareers and Careerers. And I said, right now, I got to do something. I'm going to go with CourseCareers. So I had my last $100 and I seen that CourseCareers offered a payment plan where you could start with basically $100 and get rolling, and then you be able to pay every 2 weeks because I had a part-time job. So I said I'll be able to pay that every 2 weeks, but I could get the ball rolling with the course. I took my last $100, I signed up for CourseCareers, and I got started immediately, and that's what started my journey into tech and into tech sales.
Wow, that's really incredible. And I'm curious, do you have a bachelor's degree?
No, I don't.
So no bachelor's degree, but you've been working in sales and in customer service and have a passion for technology. You find course careers. Did you go through the introduction course?
Yes, when I first got to the CourseCareers website, I'm looking around at the website. I'm like, okay. And like I said, I've been in technology, social media world for a minute. I know how people create courses and all of the stuff that go on the back end and things like that, what you need to have in order to be able to sell a good course and have a legitimate course. So I'm looking through the page. I'm like, okay, the website looking good. Okay. So then I'm going through, I said, okay, let me go testimonials, because that's the first thing that you look for when you're trying to see if somebody has a good course and is legitimate. Do they have good testimonials? So I'm going through and I'm looking at testimonials. I said, okay, he got a couple of testimonials. And then I see where you have a free introductory course. So I said, let me take the introductory course. So I started watching the introductory course. You explain your story, how you got into tech sales, talk about your journey and things like that, and then why you decided to create the course and to help people get their foot in the door in the tech industry because it's not a known thing. And I said, wow, this is definitely an opportunity that I need to take advantage of, because I resonated, number one, with your story. Number two, I was able to see the value in, after you explain what some of the benefits are of being in tech. And I said, I have to take advantage of this opportunity. So after the free introductory course, I went and I watched some of the testimonials. So I'm looking at the testimonials of different individuals who had came through the course. And the one that caught my eye was when the young lady mentioned that she had finished the course, I believe, in almost like 2 weeks. Like, it's a 3-month intensive course if you just taking your time. But if you really knocking it out day to day, every day you knocking out a piece of the course, you get through all of the curriculum, you can get through it in a very short amount of time and start the internship preparation part. You can start building your resume, everything. Troy sets you up with everything you need to be successful. So you can get to that part after you get through the curriculum if you dedicate it and you focus. And the young lady had finished the course in about 2 weeks flat. She finished it. Boom. So she going through the whole internship process and she interviewing with partner companies and things like that. And then she lands a 6-figure job for, I believe, Noble for like $125K right out the gate. Fully remote, benefits, the whole nine. I'm like, wow. And then I listened to a couple of other testimonials of people that got jobs that were starting at 75K, 65K, fully remote, great benefits, great health benefits, home office stuff. When you start searching on LinkedIn and you see some of the benefits that these tech companies offer, which is something that Troy highlights in the course, you highlight in the course, Troy, it's almost unbelievable. You listening to you talk about it, Troy, but then you get on LinkedIn and you see it on these company pages where they have it listed, unlimited PTO. They have it listed, monthly stipend for home office. They have it listed, we'll pay you $40 a month to take care of your gym membership. This is crazy. So after I watched those testimonials, I was fully convinced it's a wrap. I paid my money and I got right into the course and got started.
So you jump into the course, and how long did it take you to finish the course once you enrolled?
I started the course the last week of July and of
Mhm.
this year, and I finished the course. I'm going to get the exact date because I started the last week in July And I got to the end of the course. I believe it was August the 18th. I had set a date for myself to be finished by the 15th, and I think I finished like the 18th or the 19th or something like that. I had
Mhm.
completed it 18th or 19th of August. Then I still had to take my test. Still had to take my test and then wait for the grades to come back. So I think in between that time, I think I might have received a passing score around maybe the 26th of August, the 29th or something like that of August when I received the passing score. And then I had access to partner companies and I could start doing my outreach to different companies and to start putting myself out there to try to get a job.
Awesome. And while you were learning the material, was any of it confusing or difficult?
If you could go to college, you could take this course. If you can go to high school and sit through the classes that they have in high school, you can go through this course. The beautiful thing about it is that I want to say, because I counted the videos, I believe Troy has 90 something videos and they range anywhere from a minute and 30 seconds till about, I think the longest video is might be 30 or 40 minutes where there's a presentation in there on how to send video through email. I think that's probably the longest video in there. Average is about anywhere from about 5 to 8 minutes per video. But Troy, you take so much time in detail actually showing people. You barely see Troy's face throughout the course. You might see his face maybe 3 times throughout the course because majority of it is him showing you his screen on how to go through different things. So when you're going through and learning HubSpot CRMs, you're looking at Troy's computer screen where he's walking you through HubSpot. He's walking you through Zoom Info. He's walking you through LinkedIn Sales Navigator on how to do research and how to do outreach. You're literally looking at his screen where he has drafts and templates of emails on how you send out certain types of emails to different people. So everything throughout the course is literally Troy's computer screen and he's walking you through each and everything that you need to do, which is exactly what you're going to be doing in the job. As far as
Mhm.
being an SDR, it's everything that you need in order to be successful in that job role. Troy shows you exactly how to do it.
And Zachy, do you feel like you learned a lot of new things throughout going through the course?
Yes, absolutely. I think the best part of the course for me was the beginning because once you got through the book, once you read all of the books, that opened up your mind to see everything else in a different light. So once you read How to Win Friends and Influence People, Spin Selling, and Fanatical Prospecting, it helped to put you in the mindset of a SDR and into tech sales because it's a different mindset from B2B sales and B2C sales, which is your car dealerships and digital and real estate agents and retail and stuff like all of that is B2C. But when you read Fanatical Prospecting and Spin Selling, it puts you in the mindset of what B2B sales looks like. And then also you, Troy, go into big breakdowns of emails and outreach when you're selling technology software to certain companies and things like that. So it really puts you in the mindset to really understand the differences. And I know in spin selling specifically, it breaks down the differences between small sales and larger sales. It breaks down the sales process, the buying process, and the difference between that in a shorter buying process or a sales cycle in a B2C relationship versus a B2B
Mhm.
relationship. So once you understand that, because your mindset is already opened up after reading the books, then what you start to learn in the course as far as the actual practical application of what's being taught, then it all makes sense.
So you finished the course. How many companies did you interview with?
I think I interviewed with only 3 companies. Now, how many applications I
Mhm.
put in, I couldn't tell you because I was literally going down LinkedIn and I'm just applying. Like I'm just applying, I'm pulling in because everything is already uploaded. So it don't take a long time to fill out to send the application and to send your
Mhm.
resume. So I couldn't tell you. I probably ran through a bunch of different companies, but I interviewed with 3 companies. It was one partner company that I interviewed with. I interviewed with another network. It was almost more like a network marketing company. And then I interviewed with the current company that I'm with now, CRI Advantage.
And tell us about this company and why you decided to go with them.
Again, I was actually looking forward to partner company bringing me on because number one, I went through all of the partner companies. I applied for all of the partner companies. I sent out emails to all of the partner companies. So I was really trying to get into as many partner companies and try to get with them because I know that helps you in course
Mhm.
career. I was trying to get with them, but like I said, only one of them reached back out to me for an interview, which was Stream Sets. So I did the
Mhm.
interview with Stream Sets, felt really good about it. And then there was no second interview. Then CRI reached out to me via LinkedIn, and I had a first round interview with them, did really good, felt good about it. Then I had a second interview with them, felt really good about it. Then I had a third interview with them that had the sales manager and some other people in leadership in it. And it was just a really good conversation. It was a really good interview. And I felt really good about it. And they offered me a role at the company, and at that time, I was also still putting out applications, and I had another meeting. I know
Mhm.
I told you about this. I had another meeting like a couple of days after I had got the offer from CRI, and I had that meeting. But the talent acquisition person over there, I don't believe was actively looking for, because the company that she worked for was a startup. So with her recruitment for her SDRs was going to be kind of people that she already knew that could help develop this sales team first before she started bringing in other SDRs that she didn't have a relationship with. So people that she knew from other companies and things like that. But it was a good networking opportunity because it was other students from CourseCareers that was there. Everybody asked a bunch of really good questions, and she gave a lot of good information because she's obviously the one doing the hiring. So that she told us like all of the inside scoops about what she looks for when she's trying to hire SDR. But I had the CRI offer still on the table. So after that, I said, I'm not going to let this linger, especially after the conversation that we had. And the base number that I was starting at with with CRI was not normal. So we said, we're going to roll with that because I'm not even about to fumble that one. So we said, okay, I'm gonna go ahead, and after that, I went ahead and accepted the offer with CRI, and they were adamant about me not accepting any other offers until I talked to them. So when they sent me the offer, they said, I told them I was still in the process of interviewing. I had other companies, and they said, okay, that's fine, but let us know before you decide to make a decision on another company because we really
Mhm.
want you over here at CRI. So after that point, like I said, and after the conversation that we had, I went ahead, accepted the offer, and I moved forward with them. I think that the company was really good after I did my research on it. It was really interesting. It's in a nutshell, it is part of it is selling, is selling services is selling product support for back office workflows, right? For IT
Mhm.
workflows and different companies like that. So that's part of it. And then there's a cybersecurity aspect of it as well. And one of the things that I learned in the interview with CRI is that if you work in cybersecurity and you close deals on cybersecurity, you actually get a double payout. Now, as a SDR, you get paid to book meetings with different companies and decision makers in those companies. But when you do cybersecurity and you book a meeting and they sell and they close the deal, you get paid for booking the meeting and you get a percentage of the deal. So that's a
Wow.
one up in working with cybersecurity. So that was one of the things that stood out from any other company. If it's not cybersecurity, then I'm not going to get the 2-time payout. Obviously, I only get the 1-time payout for booking the meeting. And it's a relatively small company. It's still growing, so there's a lot of opportunity there for growth as well as for me to learn. Because not only will I be in the SDR role of search, outreach, and discovery, but also they're allowing me to go from discovery to presentation and all the way through the sales cycle on the other side with the account executive so that I could also get
Mhm.
that cross training as well. So that was one of the other things that played a factor in my decision to go on with CRI.
Can you share with the other students how much you can expect to make in your first year?
In my first year, I can expect to make close to 85,000 because
Wow.
the base is 65. So that, and it might be higher because that's just a commission because you get commission for closing the meetings, but then you also
Mhm.
get scheduling the meetings, but you also get the commission for any deals that are closed on the cybersecurity side. So it's probably higher than that. when you include the commissions. But just with the regular scheduling of meetings, it's about 85,000, and the base is 65,000.
And is it a fully remote position?
Fully remote position, a brand new MacBook. I'm also getting some double screens and a mouse and some a wireless keypad that they send, a wireless keyboard that they send in. So the whole home office setup is being taken care of by the company. It's fully remote. Great benefits. They take care of your gym membership. I think it's 15 paid holidays. So pretty much every federal holiday is included in that. And then we have some floating holidays as well, Monday through Friday. It's definitely good. It's beautiful.
And do you think the information in Course Careers helped you land this position? Everything from how to do the job, what kind of questions they might ask in an interview, how to prepare, how to set up your resume, LinkedIn profile.
Course Careers has everything from start to finish that you need in order to land a job in the tech industry as a SDR. Everything from start to finish. The curriculum, the knowledge base, how to build a resume, how to apply for the job, who to apply to the job through. And I mean, as far as who to email, exactly as it pertains to hiring SDRs, preparation for the interview, preparation for internship. It's all included in the course.